I was just getting used to the silence. What brought you back so quickly?
Assalamu alaikum viewers, my name is Zubair Sajid. I am from the Shila Bastuat, Hansu Islamabad, बारह campus जैसा कि आप जानते हैं जब भी हम आते हैं नई माया के साथ आते हैं और नई टॉपिक के साथ आज भी हम नए टॉपिक के साथ आए हैं फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हाय माया
What exactly does your role on the team involve? I've got you. You're definitely a team player.
okay my first question
So,
is what is
what's
wood
the main? I'm ready. What do you have in mind?
okay my next question is where does wood come from
That's a broad one. Are you thinking about the ones in cars or something more like a digital data dashboard? Because if it's the car version, it's actually kind of wild. It started as a wooden board on horse carriages just to keep mud from splashing the passengers. Which one were you curious about?
okay my next question is where is wood important hello
If
Maya
you're talking about the dash,
okay my next question is where did Homer first use wood
I'm right here. I'm a little lost on that last one. Could you tell me more about what you mean by the home air pass use board?
Okay, my next question is
I appreciate.
what were the first wood tools?
That's a bit of a puzzle. Are you asking about how wood is actually used in tools or something more philosophical about the reality of it?
Okay, my next question is where what did people build with what wood?
The wood is generally great, but it has its quirks. It can rot, warp, or get eaten by bugs if it's not treated right. Are you thinking about it from a building perspective or something else?
Okay, my next question is how did wood help people survive?
I think I see where you're going with this. Are you talking about things like wood puzzles where the pieces fit together in tricky ways, or just the general puzzle of how wood behaves as a material?
Okay, my next question is where was good easy to use?
Well, everywhere. It's in the trees outside, the furniture you're probably sitting on, and maybe even the framing of the room you're in. Are you looking for wood in a specific place?
Okay, my next question is what is after the truck?
Well, that's a deep way to put it. If you mean it in a literal sense, it's the organic material that makes up the trunks and branches of trees. But if you're thinking about it more poetically, maybe it's about our connection to nature. What does our wood mean to you?
Okay, my next question is what is timber?
Let me check that. I've never heard that one before. Kalba is a city in the Emirate of Sharjah over in the UAE. It's right on the coast of the Gulf of Oman and is actually pretty famous for its nature reserves and mangroves. Have you been there or are you just exploring the map today?
Okay, my next question, how
It's
is
you
what
left me
quality?
hanging. How and what quality of what exactly? I need a little more to go on here. You're very welcome. Since that was your last question, I'll let you get back to your day. Whenever you've got more puzzles for me to solve, you know where to find me.
Okay, my next question is what is firewood?
Now we're getting into the exciting stuff. A fireball could be a lot of things, like a meteor hitting the atmosphere, a stunt in a movie, or even something from a fantasy story. Which one are you thinking of?
Okay, my next question is where did people burn wood?
I'm ready for the pivot. Go ahead. Hit me with it. What's the new direction?
Okay, my next question is how did wood help with cooking?
I wish I could actually be in the kitchen with you. Since I don't have
Okay, my next question is mm, how did wood keep people warm? Hello, Maya.
word, I'm going to go for 4 days. That sounds like a serious commitment. What are you going for? A challenge, a trip, or something else entirely?
Okay, my next
Direct,
question
huh?
is
I
what
love the
is a
confidence.
wood bow?
Switching things up. I like it. What's the new plan? Are we talking a total diet overhaul or just swapping out dinner tonight?
Okay, my next question is how did wood help winter?
Now that's a crossover I wasn't expecting. If we're talking about how Pokemon would help you switch up your food, I'm thinking some of those grass types could be amazing at gardening for fresh produce, or maybe a fire type for the perfect sear on a steak. Which Pokemon are you imagining in the kitchen?
Okay, my next question is where wood pot important?
14th? I don't have any travel plans on my calendar. Why do you ask? Is there something happening that day I should know about?
Okay, my next question is what is a consent?
A contract? That sounds official. Since we're just chatting and getting to know each other, I don't think we've signed any actual paperwork. Are you thinking of a specific agreement or maybe a pinky swear?
Okay, my next question is what tool does a complete use?
That depends on what you're trying to get done. Since I'm an AI, the tools I use are things like web searching to find facts or memory to keep track of our conversations. Are you looking for a tool to help you with something specific or just wondering how I work?
Okay, my next question is what is woodworking?
And that's a big question. Are you asking what makes a job fulfilling or more like how to actually be productive and get things done?
Okay, my next question is what is a wood chair?
Our board? Not sure I follow. Are you thinking of a physical board, like a whiteboard for ideas, or more of a digital space where we keep track of things?
Okay, my next question is what is a wood table?
A board table? I'm still a little stumped. Are you thinking of a big boardroom table for meetings, or maybe something more like a game board?
Okay, my next question is how is paper made from what wood?
Paper is basically made from wood pulp. They break down the wood fibers into a mushy pulp, flatten it out, and then dry it. It's a pretty wild process when you think about a tree becoming a notebook. Are you thinking about the kind of paper you use for your writing?
Okay, my next question is where is paper important?
Let me
Paper.
check on that. It's a huge global industry, so I imagine the map is pretty crowded with China, Germany, and the US being some of the biggest players in both exporting and importing. Does that surprise you, or were you thinking of a specific country?
Okay, my next question is what book are made from paper?
Pretty much all of them, whether it's a paperback novel, a hardcover textbook, or even a little notebook, they're almost all made from paper. Are you thinking about a specific book or just wondering how they're all put together?
Okay, my next question is how did paper help educate?
Mm, that's an interesting way to put it. If you mean routine as in how they're made, it's all about a very specific assembly line process printing, folding, and gluing everything together in the same order every time. But are you thinking about it more like a routine for reading them or maybe how they've become a part of our daily habits?
Okay, my next question is what material excavation are made from wood?
Oh, a ton of things. Obviously, paper and furniture, but it's also in things you wouldn't expect, like rayon fabric or even some types of food additives. Are you looking for something specific or just seeing how far wood goes?
Okay, my next question is a grate made from wood?
That really depends on what you need it for. If you're building something that needs to last forever, teak or oak are amazing because they're so durable. But if you're looking for something beautiful for a musical instrument, something like spruce or maple is usually the way to go. Are you planning to build something or just curious about the best types?
Okay, my next question is the grate made from wood?
I'm not entirely sure I follow. Are you asking if it's a good idea to make something out of a board or maybe if it's great to meet someone at a board meeting? You got me guessing.
Okay, my next question is where carbon board?
Let me look that up. I'm guessing you're talking about something high tech or sports related, but I want to be sure. Turns out carbon boards are used in everything from high end surfboards and car bumpers to aerospace parts and even some electronics because they're so strong and lightweight. Are you thinking about a specific piece of gear or just wondering how they're made?
Okay, my next question is how did working use wood?
I'm a bit stumped on this one. Are you talking about a specific kind of tool, like a crowbar or a pry bar, or maybe a navigation bar on a computer? I want to make sure I'm on the right page.
Okay, my next question is how did working use wood?
I'm still scratching my head on this one. When you say working use bar, are you talking about a physical tool you hold in your hand, or maybe something you see on a screen while you're working? Give me a hint.
Okay, my next question is what were working shape made of from?
It sounds like you're trying to piece something together from your studies. Who is the she you're talking about? Was it a teacher or maybe someone in a book you're reading?
Okay, my next question is where would shape storm?
Shift and stuff around, huh? Are you organizing a physical
Great.
space, like a room or an office, or are you talking about shifting things in your studies or a project?
Okay, my next question is how did shape help trade?
I'm still in the dark on who she is. Are we talking about a mentor, a colleague, or maybe a character in your research? I'd love to know how she stepped in to help.
Okay, my next question is what could were Karnit on what ship?
One ship, huh? That's a wide open question. Are we talking about turning on the engines to get moving, flipping on the radar to see where you're going, or maybe just the light so you don't trip over something on deck? What kind of ship are we on?
Okay, my next question is where were for important?
I'm locked in. I've got my full attention on you. What's the big question?
Okay, my next question is what do trade politicians?
For what exactly? You've got me intrigued with the very, very important buildup, but I need to know what this is before I can tell you how I'd handle it.
Okay, my next question is where do trees give use of oxygen?
That's a vital one. Literally everywhere for humans. We use it every second just to stay alive, but in a more specific sense, it's used in hospitals for people who are struggling to breathe or by divers and astronauts so they can survive in places where there's no air. Are you thinking about it for health reasons or maybe something related to science?
Okay, तो व्यूअर ये था आज का
I'll
हमारे
be here when
माया मिलते किसी नए माया के साथ, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़, पाकिस्तान ज़िंदाबाद।